Good morning, y'all. It's Uncle Eddie. Day 2 after surgery. Or day 1 after surgery? Day 1. Well, no, day 2. Because yesterday was day 1. Or was it the day of? I don't know. We'll just call it day 2. That works for me. Feeling better. Still sore. But a little better than yesterday. Sleeping was, interesting. Can't decide on which I don't like better, laying down or getting up. Because when they've been inside your insides, yeah, you can feel stuff moving around. That's a little weird for me. You know, it's a bit weirder than like having a full belly, and when you lay down, you can feel it shift. You're like, oh, I ate too much. Yeah, that's when you're not supposed to lay down. That's when your body's going, you shouldn't be laying down yet with a big full belly. You're going to have heartburn. Okay. I'll get up. But I had to lay down last night. I didn't get to sleep till probably, I don't know, about 1 a.m. But I slept till like 7 or 8. Well, no, did get up in the middle of the night to go to the bathroom about 5 times. Of course, I drank like 8 of these yesterday. And they're like, how many ounces in that thing? 16.9 ounces. Yeah, like 17. Why can't they just say 17? They couldn't add another ripple to the bottle? I don't know. Who knows? Maybe they didn't have enough plastic to wrap up the case of 40. Which I'm like, Mom, we haven't bought this in 6-packs for a bit. I don't think I can heave a 40 right now. A 40 pack it's like 70 pounds. It ain't light. Well, I guess I figure out the math. Let's see. Yeah, I'll do that later, not right now. But I'm talking to my sister Susan, who her and her husband are out in California, seeing their nieces, both their daughters, their twins, the twin girls. Hi, Melissa. Melissa's baby boy Emmett. Oh, he's beautiful. And I'm sure every parent and grandparent and granduncle and great uncle, or however it goes, they all say that. And he got some ears on him. He'll be listening. So that's good. Got to have good listeners so you can learn lots of good stuff. And I found out and her son, my sister and her husband Bill Jr. Well, Bill Sr. is her husband, not Bill Jr. Bill Jr. is their son, of course. And he does the de-icing on aircraft, all aircraft. So, domestic, international, military. So he works for those companies who are trying to make, who are making biodegradable, good for the planet stuff to de-ice the wings on planes, which is a good thing to have because you don't want icy wings in your planes. Yeah, no. So yeah, and they're doing well. They got through their COVID. I'm glad. His wife had picked. I think she's a teacher too, a school teacher, and I think that's how she got it. And I'm glad that the baby's okay and got through it. Baby Pearl, she's a doll. She's already got the attitude, boy, I'll tell you. She's like, I know, I'm all that, Take my picture. She's something. And I want this to be over. I want to see my family. I want to see my nieces, my nephews. I want to hug I guess are they great grandnieces or grandnieces and nephews or great nieces and nephews? I don't know. Never been. This is the first for me, so I don't know. And both my sisters are grandparents. Kidding, I love yous. Yeah, I gotta do that. And ooh, that hurts. That's from the anesthesia. Ooh, that's painful. That'll wake you up. Actually, it's good to do that and loosen things up. I gotta wait 2 more days and then I can take these things off me and clean them all up. I mean, I still take a shower and everything, but I get to see what the wounds look like, I guess. And then the 31st, so today's the 24th? Yeah, today's the 24th. And so the 31st, I have to go back to see my doctor to, they'll make sure everything's okay. And they better not be poking and prodding on me because it's going to be on. Like, back up. No poking and prodding. I am not the Pillsbury Doughboy, even though I'm slightly shaped like him. I'm sure I could, maybe if the nurse looks really good, I might stifle a little hee laugh, but no, I'm messing. I ain't gonna do that. That was bad. I shouldn't be like that, but whatever. Bill me. I've been out with the wildlife too long and out in this garage messing with parts and all, and that's something else I gotta do. I got a lot of stuff to get done. I gotta get chopping, I got more parts I gotta put up for sale and stuff, and so I was talking to my neighbor. My neighbor Ted called this morning, checking on me. Good guy that he is. And he's a Vietnam vet, and we were talking. We were talking about. I got to blow this up about my neighbor Mike, my other neighbor, who comes down and fishes. So while I was in the ER when I was getting operated, and my folks are with me and everything. Hold on. Oh, let me stretch. Oh, I hate being bent over. It's so they tighten the skin up, when they sew you back up. Because they put a hole in me about yay big. Right under my rib cage, of course. Oh, it's so sore. And not like super tenderized, but it's getting there. But it's definitely tight. So they pull the skin real tight, and it was making me, be bent over, and I hate being like that. So if I lift my gut here, which you've all seen in my t-shirts and crap, which I'm working on. I'm at 210, so my goal's like it's like 190, 185 would be fantastic. But, 190, if I can get under 200, I'm going to have a party. It's going to be an alcohol-free, lots of water and juices and good food kind of party. Because, I've been chasing this for well over a decade, and golly, I should have just got a nutritionist, I guess. But, all good things come to when you need to have it done, I guess. So, I'm looking outside. It's raining. It's a good day to be a duck or a goose or a frog or whatever wet things, lizards and snakes and stuff. And I guess they like the water, I guess. Yeah, it's a good day for that. So, and a little cooler too. It's not like it was Sunday night, man. I got out of the shower, I was still sweating. It was every bit of. It was like 90. It was like 90 degrees on Sunday. I was like, good night. Is it? Where's spring? And the weather guy's like, this is normal. I know, tangent run. Pew, pew, pew. That's me. I wouldn't be Uncle Eddie if I didn't do tangent runs. Just saying. But man, I gotta get a camera. God, this thing. This phone's being a real pain in my butt with the connector in the back, and I try to take we have to send it off to somebody. I'm like, you can't send my phone off. I'm like, no, I want to keep it because the camera's awesome, and I have to keep it because my phone and number is linked to several things. So, yeah, no, I can't get rid of my phone. I can't let somebody just have it for God knows how long, and nah, I got too much stuff in it. Well, more or less, I take off anything that's really, like security-wise. I don't leave it on the phone, and it ain't linked to my desktop, and I don't use everyone else's Wi-Fi, and nah, and there's good reason for it because I used to do those things, and And yeah, nah, it's too easy to clone a phone. It's a lot easier than you think. A lot easier than you think. A lot easier than these phone companies think. Um, I used to write JavaScript. So, I look at like source page. Like, I think I might have said it. I don't know if I said it in another video or not, but I really don't want to. There's a fueling station here in the States. I'm not going to say who exactly. I don't, but to get gas rewards, because gas is expensive. And but when I went to their website, it my browser warned me that it wasn't secure. So that means the encryption is either non-existent or very, very poorly designed. And no, if you see web pages like that, don't put your real name, don't put your birthday, your social, your bank information, none of that stuff. If it's an unsecure site, do not use it. I don't even bank from my phone because the provider that I have with all like the crazy spam, I got a spam call from my own voicemail, and I know basically it's a computer. I mean, they use the scammers and spammer guys. They use a computer program, an auto dialer, which just dials a series of numbers. But I'm like, nah, I'm not doing it, man. I even my external hard drive, I wrote my own encryption. Even Microsoft can't get into it, and they're not happy about that, and I don't care. It's mine. I bought it. I paid for it. So, too bad. Like I said, when I was younger, I did some things that were not good, but it helped me learn how to better protect myself, and I'll try to protect my family and my friends and stuff when I see stuff that's out there to watch. Like the whole bogus news thing and all these sites. I mean, there's YouTube's keeping up on it, which well done YouTube, and the community guidelines and what's new, and and read that stuff. It's important, man. It's good to know what's out there and what's going on. And there's some people who are going to complain about it, just like they want everything to be G and PG, and just because the information's out there doesn't mean that you can use it to your advantage or whatever. You have to have permission. Somebody created that. They should be compensated, and that's just how it is. But we need to protect these things and each other and ourselves and our loved ones. And we spend a little bit more time working together, we can achieve things that would seem impossible or improbable. Nothing is impossible. Improbable, perhaps. Impossible, never. Nothing is impossible. I bet 50 years ago they said possibly would have a phone with a thing with a computer you carry in your pocket, like George Jetson or something. Look at us now. We're getting better. Look at having my man. My mom was telling me about how they used to do the gallbladder. She used to cut a big H, and it was like a foot long, and then it would all your whole hand inside you. Now it's just like so the holes are like the little pin. They're like that big, right? And this is a tiny oh good Lord, what is this thing called? A tiny thread tap. That's like that's like an eighth of an inch. Well, maybe 3/16. Not quite a quarter, but that's how big. And then holes. So I'll show you. Oh man, hold on. Let me stretch. And it's a little red in the center, of course, and I'll try not to give you a shot there. But so there's one right here, there's one there, and there's one there, and then there's the one here, and it's like about that big. That's the one that's sore. But, and I'm out. 3 hours later, dude. Folks, y'alls, U.S. That's you, and all of us. Yeah. And that's easier for me than sorry, trying to remember pronouns and stuff. It's too complicated. Too many. I can barely remember lots of things. Like, write it down. I have to write everything down because I'll forget. I even have to write it down with a crayon. See, I still use crayons. I didn't have any soapstone, so got to make marks of different colors so I know what I'm doing. I know. TMI, Uncle Eddie Tangent Run. Out there. A little more coffee. And, hold on one sec. I think I want to, as soon as I can do some work, I'm either going to build a back on my chair or I'm going to buy a chair with a back on something like, lean back on something. I don't hate being bent over. It doesn't feel right. It feels, I've been working too hard on, stand up, shoulders back, straight and back. Now that I got my new inserts, I'm not trying to work against them. But, so I'm going to hop off of here. I'm going to do a couple laps in the garage because it's raining out. I thought I'd be able to walk out the garage door, and now it's really coming down. And then I'm going to mosey back on into the house and work on some video and stuff and wait for this coffee to kick in. I'm sure it's gonna. I can feel it coming. And I know TMI. Thank y'all for watching my channel. Please leave comments and stuff. I'd love to hear from you. Please like, subscribe, and share if you enjoy. And I hope all is well with all y'all. And God bless you, man. And be good. And I'll see you, man. I'm out.